Morning, people of the world. It's going to be a little different. It's from the office today. And don't shut this off. I have some really important things to say today in relationship to the business. And you all watch me. Obviously, I'm getting more subscribers by the day. Getting a lot of views. And so this is all relevant to what I do. And I don't script any of this stuff. I just speak what's on my mind. And today is no different. It's Sunday, and sitting out in my office, and I was just having a little bit, just reflecting on the week and what was going on and what happened and so on and so forth. And I came to a mind and again, don't shut this off. It's very important. At least to me it is. You all know I have a business. Obviously, I put it in my videos. And what it's about is relationships. Relationships with customers, relationships with vendors, relationships with anybody you come in contact with throughout your career. And I'm just trying to teach a few lessons, and I know people around the world watch me. So it's pretty unique that I can reach out and perhaps teach somebody something about what I do. What I've learned about my business and how it's grown. I was in business way back when, in the 90s, I think after high school. I had a small welding shop for a couple of years and did work for local machine shops, etc., etc. But this goes back to way back when I was in high school, and before that I pumped gas at a full service gas station, if any of you can remember those. But you learn people, you learn relationships, you learn how to treat people. And in today's world, it is so far gone. It's just crazy, amazing that the world survives. And you see it in social media, you see it everywhere, that the meanness and the derogatory things that happen, and the core values are gone. Or I shouldn't say they're gone. A lot of you out there who watch this, I'm sure, have those. But we see it every day in life. And I'm going to give you a few examples of how it relates to business. If you're going to be in business, if you are in business, if you're a logger, you're a mechanic, you're whatever you do, and you watch this, it has a lot to do with surrounding yourself with good people, building relationships with your customers, and actually giving a hoot about what they are and what they do for you, and treating them with respect, like you'd like to be treated. And of course, there's always the one out of every 100 or 2 or whatever that's never going to pass. You're never going to get along with them. Just shuffle them down the road. That's my opinion. You try and you try and you try, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. But that's on account of themselves. So it's not for lack of trying on our part as business owners, or me anyways. So I just wanted to show you a few things that I have, just to, oh, hang on, bear with me. I got a few pictures, and it's kind of like a brag time. But this picture, if you can see it, 4 pictures. When I worked for Komatsu years ago, I didn't ask for this. I did a good job at what I did. I was a welder in the factories for many years, and I got to go to Japan and compete in the Komatsu Technical Olympics. Some other people that I worked with had other names for it, but nonetheless, I got to spend a week in Japan. Is it because I didn't know what I was doing? Probably not. Again, I'm just trying to show that for everything you do and how you treat people, there's reactions and good things and bad things. But if you generally follow the rule of treating people right and doing a good job, it's going to carry you through. I don't have a lot of pictures in my office. I'll show you a few. It's easier this way, perhaps. Family time. That's my son. My brothers and I in Canada a couple of years ago. There's a picture of me, the only one that I keep in my office, and that's from when I was in business years ago. And then one with my buddy fishing down there. It's the one in the black and white there was a photograph from a newspaper article they did on me when I was starting out in business the first time, and that worked for a few years, and I was pretty young and naive, but nonetheless I kept those relationships with all those people in good standing. And now that I'm older in business again, I still have those relationships. So the relationships are key in business. If you don't crap on people, they're not generally going to crap on you. Some people still do. That's a given. And there's another one, and this video is just all about relationships with customers and people in your business. This one is kind of an old, it's not that old, it's about 13 years ago. And what this is a bunch of actually the neighbors across the road. These are all young men that had a desire to do something and work. This has a lot to do with work too. But they brought their 4 tractors out. They all had 1 bottom or 2 bottom plows, and they plowed the field over here. And it's just amazed me. That's what people did years ago. They got together, worked together for the common good. And you don't see it today. And you don't see customer relations like that. We hear it all the time. We crap. We hate when we get to have to talk to a what do you call it? A robot machine on the telephone, and so on and so forth. There's no personal touch anymore, and the corporate giants are eating it up. There's a lot of a lot of brands, let's just say, that I work for. People who own equipment, and it's the same in every corporation, or it has a tendency to be. I'm not saying some are better than others. Yeah, some are better than others. But a lot of my work is derived from the fact that these companies get so big, they have no personal touch with their customers. I get a lot of work based on the fact that nobody gives a rat's rear end at their particular place they go for, whatever it is they go for. And you all know what I do here, so it's not hard to stay in business just by giving somebody your ear for a while, talking to them, and following through on the job. When you get a job done, hey, is everything going good? Whatever the case is. The corporations are losing out because the personality, the personal touch is gone. It's going away faster and faster. And so I guess the lesson I'm trying to teach here is to not lose that touch. And I don't care who you are or where you are in the world, it's the same. You all see it. We're all down in the trenches. The people that are more than likely watching my videos, we're working stiffs. We're probably not corporate guys, but keep fighting that fight. You know, keep doing the job the best you can. It matters. It matters not only to yourself, but it matters to the people around you. Keep your friendships. Keep your families in. It's life's too short. I'm learning that this year, and things are happening around me that I can't control, and you know, I have to deal with it. And it's as we age, things happen, and you know, you have to check that you get a reality check. And that's just how it goes. But it still boils down to family, friends, relationships. If you have all them, life will treat you pretty well, no matter what. I found that out. And so that's basically what I've got to talk about today. I know it's just a session of BS, but whatever, I'm good at that. I'm good at telling stories. At least I think I am. A little narcissistic too. Yeah, keep good people around you. Do good business. Be ethical. Be honest. And your business will treat you well. And if you do come to a crossroads in your business, in your life, keep a positive attitude, and it'll come through. Going back to a little bit, I just remembered something else that I wanted to talk about. Advertising. I've been self-employed for the better part of my later years here, and I don't advertise. The advertising comes from these, what I do and how I treat people. I think I spent maybe $40 or $50 on business cards in the last 2 years. I really don't. It comes by word of mouth. I get people coming from hundreds of miles away with machinery to get worked on because, hey, I heard, or so-and-so told me that you do this or you do that. And every time I think we're going to have a slow time, the phone rings, or I end up going somewhere, or whatever the case is. So there again, boils right back down to relationships and how you do your work. Do a good job. This was entrenched in me years and years ago by all my teachers, my mentors, my parents, my employers. Today you don't see it. So this is my spiel today, to do a good job, do the best you can, and the rest will come fairly easy. And have confidence in what you do. If you don't know what you're doing, find out how to do it. Learn. It's not rocket science, people. Communication is the other big key. If you can't communicate with people, you got to learn somehow. Or if you find that you're good at one thing and you like to sit in the corner and well, so be it. Just do a good job at it. It's not a big deal. So that's my little spiel for today in my little video. Communicate, values, relationships, do a good job. You'll be good. Alright. Thanks for watching.